Hello, I'm Anne-Marie Courtney. I'm a mechanical engineering lecturer in MTU Kerry. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm a straight woman who's advocating for allyship of our LGBTQ plus community at MTU. LGBTQ is an umbrella term for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer. And the plus denotes anyone who doesn't necessarily fit into any of the other terms. The plus includes everyone in the community, whether they are sure or are questioning their identity or choosing not to identify at all. I hope this presentation will give you an insight into how to become an ally for this community. And why become an LGBTQ plus ally? Number one, because you believe that MTU should be a great place for everyone to work in or study, and it should be inclusive of gender and sexual diversity. Number two, because you believe that no one at MTU should be discriminated against or fear discrimination or victimisation. Number three, because you believe that no one should experience catcalling, sexually inappropriate remarks or jokes, unwelcome sexual advances or discussion. And number four, because you believe that everyone should be able to bring their whole self to work or study. Allyship is about listening, learning, and being compassionate and supportive of people who are not the same as you. An LGBTQ plus ally is someone who believes that everyone should be treated with dignity and respect. They're empathetic and compassionate. They're a good listener, they're open-minded, they are willing to learn more about LGBTQ issues, and they're aware of their own biases and are working on them. I can't overemphasize what being an empathetic, compassionate, active listener is all about. Just being with someone and simply listening, allowing them to talk without interjecting and without judging. Being an LGBTQ plus ally is about the person beside you, not you and your issues or your curiosity. It's about being humble, respectful, and valuing the whole person. It's not about reward or recognition. It's about the LGBTQ person knowing that they can be themselves when they're with you. They don't need to hide themselves. They can be their whole self. And maybe they'd love to talk to you about their hobbies, their partner, something other than their gender. It's about supporting people and encouraging them and signposting them to the most appropriate supports. And it's not about taking on a counselling role yourself. Being an ally is about allowing people to speak up for themselves and not taking over their problems, trying to fix everything yourself. It's also about valuing their privacy and calling out bad behaviour, procedures and practice in an appropriate and safe way. And of course, it's a voluntary role. And who can be an ally? Well, any of us can, irrespective of our role and level in the organisation. And we can explore our own way of being one. It's important to make an effort to be more informed, but you don't have to be an expert. And don't always expect LGBTQ people to educate you or satisfy curiosity about what it's like to be transgender or gender fluid. You'll also learn that you'll make mistakes along the way and you might get corrected. Just apologise and move on. You have the training wheels on. Mostly people will know you're making an effort. And finally, don't wait till you think you know it all, or you'll never start. It's also a good idea to know something about the MTU policies and procedures to be able to direct people to them, especially the ones related to EDI and dignity and respect. It's also important for an ally to be able to signpost people to the proper support that they need. On this slide, you can see the logos of some of the many excellent Irish organisations who are here to help people. And we also have access to many other resources within the MTU, including student support services, the Students' Union, the staff unions, the EDI staff, and also the EAP service for staff. And if you decide to be an ally, let people know you are one. And there's lots of ways of doing this. For instance, word of mouth, putting a ribbon on a coat, a badge, a sign on your office door, attending events hosted by EDI, walking a pride parade, including pronouns on your email signature, on your Zoom profile. I've been doing this for a while now, and it's stimulated a lot of conversations with colleagues and students, which I've never had before. It doesn't mean that I expect everyone else to use pronouns as well. You could also consider putting a statement on your Workvivo, your Canvas or Blackboard. Of course, all these ideas are optional, and feel free to choose your own way of demonstrating allyship. The smallest of gestures shows that you care. I hope that after listening to this presentation that you've learned a little bit more about allyship for LGBTQ people, and that many of the ideas mentioned can also be applied to allyship with other groups who face discrimination. Hopefully, rather than debating whether you can become an ally, the ideas presented here might encourage you to develop ways of becoming one and being one in order to contribute to making the workplace and learning environment more inclusive. Of course, the more of us that are doing this, the better, in order to amplify the effect. And it might lead to us having our own MTU network of allies who can support each other down the road. I would love to have more conversations about allyship with you, and you can see my email address at the bottom of the slide. Please like or comment on the video. Let me know what you think. Thank you.